Hey, what's happening? It's Bill Smith. I really like MMA, and it's not because I enjoy physical violence. It's not. I enjoy sports, and I enjoy a testament of the human will and skill sets. And what I really enjoy most, and this applies to our conversation that we're having in the QAnon stuff, what I like the most is that someone will come along and the world will say, that person can't be beat. That person can't be beat. You know, you can't beat that guy. That guy looks like a superhero. You can't beat that guy. He's knocked out 20 people in a row. That's what the world will say. The world will say, no, it can't be done. And then someone comes along with a fighter's mind, and they say, no, it can be done. And I can do it. And watch. I'll show you. So if you're from Australia, man, you better say your thanks that you got a person like this in your country representing your country, Australia, to the world. Okay? It's one human being. It's not a team of people on a soccer field. It's not a team of people on the rugby field or the football field. It's not a team of people. Okay? This is one human being that steps into a ring to defend your honor as a country against this superhuman being. Basically, this guy could be, he's the legit version of a comic book superhero. And you got to fight him for 25 minutes. He's an Olympic athlete. The guy does backflips and stuff after he fights. And you're going to have to go in there and you're going to have to fight him for 25 minutes. And no one has a clue who Robert Wittaker is. I think they do now because he's the champ. He's probably one of the pound for pound, if not the pound for pound best fighter on the planet. Which, today's fighter is better than the fighter of last year and 10 times better than the fighter of Bruce Lee's years. So yeah, this stuff does evolve. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. You're going to fight him? That's insane. He's been to the Olympics before. He won a medal. He can do backflips, flying knees, crazy stuff. This guy is just, you would think he's a nobody. I mean, you just look at him and you're like, he's just a guy. And then you see him move and you're like, oh, that's something special. And then you realize he's Australian. So what I like about this sport is it doesn't matter what race you're from, what country you belong to. It doesn't matter where you're living. You're a human being. We fight by weight classes. And there's some people in here that can kick the crap out of other people that you just wouldn't think it's possible. You'd say, no way, just no way. Nate Diaz, are you kidding me? Who thinks Nate Diaz would look like he doesn't look like a fighter? The guy's terrifying. He'll just drown you in punches. So this is what I'm into. I don't watch sports anymore. I don't care. It's stupid to me. I think eventually this stuff's going to get too commercialized, but the reason why I like the UFC and fighting in general is because you can't not have God to be a part of your life if you want to make it to the top. There's just no way. If you don't have God's help to do this, you don't stand a chance. Okay? No amount of praying to the devil is going to take you to the top of this sport. Every single person in this sport knows. They know. They give thanks. They say what's up. And they're real about it, man. He's not lying. Okay? God is a central force in this human being's life. You can't find this stuff very, very much on the crazy stage of professional sports like football. We got people, giving the Black Panther fist now in front of the freaking national anthem, taking a knee and stuff. I mean, come on. They're not praying, okay? So anytime someone wants to tell you that them taking a knee during the national anthem is praying, that's not what they're doing. This guy's an animal. Okay, this guy's an animal, and I love him. And I can tell you this human being right here, Robert Wittaker, has given me more respect for Australia as a country and the people who live there. That one person on the left has given me more respect for you as an Aussie. So understand that that's what this person's doing right now, for you, on behalf of you as an Australian to the rest of the world. He's fighting a superhero. For 25 minutes. They didn't stop. Okay, it was an incredible fight. I can't show you any more of this because I think I'll get in trouble. But Robert Wittaker, this guy over here, the Australian, fought the Cuban massacre Okay, this guy is just, he's a comic book superhero. That's who he is. In real life, that's who Yoel Romero is. Robert Wittaker fought for 20 minutes with a broken hand. With a broken hand. He fought that superhuman being with a broken hand for 25 minutes. And he won. Okay? He won. So what I'm trying to say is that you can't give up. Okay? You can never give up. And I would show you Colby Covington, except for that's not really what I think a lot. He's not a very good example. Colby Covington, he fought on this ticket too. And he understands that people talking about you is a good thing. Doesn't matter if you're the evil villain or the comic book superhero. And Colby Covington has just figured out it's easier to be the villain. And I agree. It's totally easier to be the villain. And it's only a small little pivot, later. You can pivot from infamy into fame. That's easy. But it will be almost impossible for you to pivot from a nobody into something. A nobody into a famous person. It just doesn't work like that. Now you're seeing why. Okay, so I guess the point of what I'm trying to get across here is that you can't give up just because you have an insurmountable task in front of you. You got to believe in yourself. Okay, Robert Wittaker believes in himself, and now, based on what he's done, I believe in Robert Wittaker. Okay, so now there's two of us. All right, so what I'm trying to get to is that eventually, this stuff is going to happen. It's already unraveling. We're seeing the news pop out. Okay, we know it's happening. We know QAnon's real. There was a very specific group of people. They're all linked together. You can go find them on YouTube, but they all say QAnon's fake. And I don't think they're all shills. I don't think they're all CIA, Blackwater, Black Ops, Black Money people. Some of them are. Some of them are. InfoWars is definitely funded by the deep state. That's who they are. So anything that InfoWars tells you is going to have poison inside of it, even if it's based on truth. So I'll never watch InfoWars again. Ever. Which kind of leaves me in a weird spot. So number one, I think that we need other people, fact checkers, I guess. I've seen fake news come out on the right. People on the Chan boards are trying to seed fake info into every mainstream news story. They do it. And they do it so that you, number one, because it's fun. I know why they do it. It's fun. It's totally fun. And then they also do it because, they have some things that they are trying to accomplish. And I think the things that the Chan boards are trying to accomplish is the same stuff that I'm trying to accomplish. So here's some more stuff about Texas. 55 people were found in a tractor trailer in Texas. That's breaking news. 55 people. 55. Sig 55. I don't believe in numerology, but I'm just telling you that other people do, so I'm going to say it. So that's the weird thing, too, that I don't get over. So there's people who don't believe in Satan, but they believe in God. And I can kind of get my head around that, right? But isn't the old saying, the greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing you that he doesn't exist? Something's going on in the world. And it's odd that now we're all starting to look into human traffic smuggling from illegal immigrants. I don't know if that's good or not. I have no idea. I just know that we're going to keep talking about it. Here's the headline for you today. I thought this was great. Tour losers. Beyonce and JayZ tickets given away for free in a car. Sorry. That was really bad. Beyonce and JayZ tickets are given away for free in a car park as On the Run tour flops. That was terrible, man. I'm off my game. That's for sure. These people are losers. So I'm kind of putting together a story here for you. So look, JayZ and Beyonce, they're the leaders. They are the leaders, right, of black music, or were for a very long time. Then they turned to the dark side, started hanging out with Marina Abramovich. Now it looks like Hillary Clinton lost, so the world order of the satanic cabal has been jeopardized. And now, since they don't have a good way to push their message, right, there's a resistance called Trump and the MAGA agenda. Now these people can't sell their own concert tickets. JayZ and Beyonce can't sell their concert tickets. Yay. Right? Meanwhile, you got Robert Wittaker, the middleweight champion from Australia, and Yoel Romero fighting in a sold-out pay-per-view. 25 minutes of electrifying, ridiculous entertainment. The struggles of two human souls battling it out to see which one is stronger. Neither one of them broke, right? It went all 25 minutes and one guy did it with a broken hand. Are you kidding me? You know, this guy's had an easy life. Both these two people have easy lives. Totally easy. They get everything they want. It's all handed to them. We're taking over, man. I'm telling you. The world is happening. And what I'm seeing is that I just want to mention it again because I know a lot of people aren't into MMA. Okay, I like it because it's a test of two human wills. And there's nobody in there to help you. It's just you, you know? It's what you can come up with. It's what you can do. And there's absolutely no shame in losing. You stepped in there. You did it at a high level. Everybody loses. There's no shame in losing that. But there's shame in doing this. Okay, being JayZ, hanging out with Marina Abramovich, forcing the satanic message on the world, there's a lot of shame in that. And now you got Robert Wittaker and Yoel Romero thanking God before their fight and then again after their fight and shaking hands and saying, dude, that was hardcore. You know, I have a lot of respect for you. That's the difference now. I caught this too. Austria police and the army to stage border defense war games as the Balkans warn there are 80,000 migrants headed north. Yeah. I think this might have to do with Italy. Man, Italy was like, we're going to elect a populist government and deport 500,000 people. So now every illegal African in Italy, every person who's not supposed to be in the country, they're not supposed to be in the country. Let me make that really clear. They're not supposed to be in the country. They have their own country. They just don't like it because there's no white people living there building up infrastructure they can take advantage of. And they see white countries with a whole bunch of big buildings and stuff. They're living in freaking mud huts, chopping each other down with machetes. You better believe they're going to try to get to the EU as quick as possible. And you know what they're going to do? This is the most shameful part of the whole thing. They're going to leave their wife and kids behind. Okay, all the women in their life that rely on them for protection in the middle of Sudan or wherever they're from, they're just going to leave them there. That's what they're going to do. They're going to leave them there. They're going to wander into Europe and disappear. They're going to get a French girlfriend if they can. You know, they're going to hassle some Italians along the way. That's what they're going to do, you know? And then once they get settled, you know, the worst of them, or the best of the best, however you want to look at it, are going to be contacted by the French government. And the French government's going to say, okay, go get your 8 kids and your wife and her 2 sisters and your cousins and your parents. Are your parents still alive? Okay, bring them too. Go get them. Yeah, bring all them in. That's what's going to happen. That's what they're going to do. So when you see 80,000 asylum seekers descending upon Austria, and Austria going, yeah, we got to build some fences, put the army on the wall. We're going to have to shoot some people. Because Austria has said, no, we don't want to do this. And the EU has said, yes, you're white, you must die. You know, you're a Western culture. You must be destroyed. Otherwise, we'll have a hard time controlling you. Until we get your population to fight with itself, right, over racial boundaries or some kind of cultural misunderstanding, until we form large groups to fight against the population that lives in the country, real French people, real Austrians, until we can do that, we can't really run your country. And it's possible you'll elect a populist leader who will try to put up a border fence. So that's what they're doing. That's what the 80,000 asylum seekers, that's where they're coming from. So not my best video. I hope you liked it, though. I'm going to release another one today that tells you where I'm headed, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. But I'm out of time, so until next time, This is Bill Smith. Thanks for watching.